Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and today I wanted to make a quick video explaining a sort of economic rule or economic principle that takes place in PokeMMO. Now, I want to make it really clear, I am not professionally trained in any way. I'm not professionally educated in any way on economy in any regards. I pretty much just watch YouTube videos, do a little bit of personal research, and I just play a lot of MMOs. I play a lot of video games. I have a lot of experience. That's pretty much it. So please, if you want to disagree with me, if you want to correct me, etc., please leave it in the comments down below. Your feedback is always appreciated. It's okay as long as you guys are charitable to my arguments, my understandings, and you know, are polite and respectful to me. But today I wanted to talk about the rubber band effect in economy in PokeMMO specifically. So what the rubber band effect usually refers to is when you focus on something, focus on one thing, and prices. It's essentially a supply and demand effect, right? Where like you focus on one thing, prices go down for it, the profits go down for it, but then while you're focusing on that one thing, the prices for another thing go up because there's less supply for it and the demand stays the same. So the way I'll explain this is, let's say I make a money-making guide for Darmanitan. There's a player over here with a Darmanitan, so it's a perfect example. Let's say I make a money-making guide for Darmanitan, and so everybody goes and farms Darmanitan. Darmanitan prices drop because everyone's farming them. They're flooding them into the economy. Everyone's selling Darmanitan. They become a lot cheaper, right? There's more supply. The demand's the same, and you know, prices drop. It makes sense. While everyone is farming Darmanitan, everyone forgot about Charizards. Great examples. Everyone stopped farming Charizards to go farm Darmanitans. So while everyone stopped farming Charizards, Charizard prices rose because everyone was busy farming Darmanitans and the demand stayed the same. Now, obviously, there are certain niches and specifics in this. So, for example, a good niche situation is how recently Superior has gone up a ton in price because Superior got access to its hidden ability. So now the fact that Superior has access to its hidden ability, it's gone up a ton in price. The demand is super high. Even if people are farming it, the demand is just super high. It's really hard to match that. So everyone's going to farm Superior, and that'll be good for a while, and the demand will still outmatch the supply for a while, but eventually, you know, after maybe a month or so, this is very basic supply and demand stuff. Eventually the supply will meet the demand and prices will stabilize and prices will drop. Now, I wanted to bring up this video. I wanted to talk about this video because I get a lot of comments on money-making methods of mine. And you see this if you've ever watched a RuneScape video or any sort of MMO. If a content creator ever releases a guide talking about or highlighting a very good money-making method right now, people will go and do that money-making method and make it not as good for a temporary amount of time. Whenever a money-making method is, you know, farmed into oblivion at a time, it will always recover. And that's the point of this video. I essentially wanted to explain to those commenters or kind of give my arguments of how I do feel for people. You know, if I destroy your favorite money-making method for, you know, a week or 2 weeks or maybe even a month, I am sorry. I truly am. But I think it is important to understand that this is an MMO and that other people should have the right to that information, and other people should have that right to that opportunity to go make that money that you are making in the same way you were making. Now, I will say that your favorite money-making method will stabilize, I promise, unless some sort of great shift happens in the game. And that does sometimes happen. So, for example, back in the day, you know, there are year shifts. Like, back in the day, Everstone farming used to be a really good money-making method, and they would, because Everstones were 20k a piece. Now, Everstones just aren't nearly as much money because there's a lot more supply in the game, just overall. So that, you know, there's obviously, there's going to be a niche situation, or there's going to be a counter argument to, or like a qualification for every sort of little point in this argument, but it's important to be charitable and understand that I understand this as well. Now, I just wanted to, I essentially just wanted to make this video to lightly explain that effect and how, don't worry, if your favorite money-making method is ruined for a temporary amount of time, I promise you it will rebound. I promise you it'll become good again. And this is a really good point that if you checked one of my money-making methods and it's not making very good money anymore, check it again in 3 months. Check it again in 6 months. Checking back on the older money-making methods I make on this channel might actually be one of the secret best ways to make money, because everyone's focusing on the new videos, on the new guides. So if you guys check back on the older videos, you might just find some hidden gold in there. So I wanted to make this video to, to self-advertise and self-promote and just really chill out. No, I obviously just I want you guys to be able to make the most amount of Pokeyen possible. I want you guys to have the most amount of information possible, and I want you guys to have the most resources. So that's always my goal with the PokeMMO community. I think this game can lack a lot of resources in a lot of ways, and I want to fix that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like the video. If you didn't, make sure to dislike it. Leave your feedback and comments down in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe for daily PokeMMO content, yada yada. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, you can do so by becoming a YouTube member for $5 a month, dropping a Twitch Prime or a Twitch sub over on my Twitch, or heading on my Patreon, PayPal, or Venmo. Links down below. I appreciate you guys' time. I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully this was entertaining, informative, and interesting, and not just a little bit of a lame ramble. But have a great day, guys. I'll see you guys later. Hopefully you guys have some great money-making methods to go grind. Peace.